Good evening, everyone. Today, me and my research partner will be presenting our research titled Bridging the Gap Evaluating Social Media and Indonesia PDP Law. I'm Victor Valdisim, and this is Fahri. We are from Venus University School of Computer Science. Okay, let's go on to the introduction part. Next slide. Indonesia faces a significant challenge in data security, ranking third worldwide for data leaks in late 2022. Our research focuses on a critical aspect of this issue, the relationship between social media platforms and the Personal Data Protection Law, or what we call as PDP law. The growing frequency of data breaches on social media platforms has not only compromised user privacy, but has also eroded public confidence in digital technologies. This makes our research particularly timely and relevant. Our study has two primary goals. First, we will examine the causes, methods, and impacts of the social media data breaches. Then we will evaluate how these breaches align with Indonesia PDP law framework. Okay, we'll go on to the literature review. Okay, our research identified several common breach methods. First, we have malware, where cyber criminals use harmful software embedded in links, attachment, or messages on social media. So when users interact with this, their and data are compromised and often leading to unauthorized access and data theft. Then we have phishing, where attackers create fake profiles or send misleading links to trick users into sharing sensitive information. These scams often exploit trust and urgency, resulting in financial or identity theft. These attacks also includes user profiling and inference attacks as mentioned. Then we have XSS or cross-site scripting attacks, where malicious scripts are injected into social media posts or comments, running in users' browsers to steal session data, redirect users, or gain unauthorized access to accounts. Then we have SQL injection, where exploitation of vulnerabilities in social media is done in input fields, example login forms, to manipulate database queries, enabling attackers to access, modify, or delete sensitive data. Finally, we have security misconfigurations. This means weak system settings, such as exposed storage or outdated components, make platforms more vulnerable to attacks. Poor error handling and unpatched systems are common contributors to these breaches. The highlight of the Indonesian PDP law establishes crucial guidelines for data protection. It defines personal data as any information that can identify an individual directly or indirectly through electronic non-electronic systems, specifies the roles of data controllers, those who determine the purpose of data processing, and data processors, those who process data on behalf of controllers. Then it also emphasizes individual rights over their personal data and mandates data controllers to adhere to strict principles and requirements for secure data processing. Then we will move on to the methodology part. Next slide. Okay, where our research approach was comprehensive and systematic, involving four key phases. First, we conducted an extensive literature review, drawing from respected sources including Google Scholar, IEEE, and MDPI. This provided us with a solid foundation understanding of data breaches in Indonesia. Second, we have performed qualitative analysis of attack methods, examining both traditional and modern attack vectors. This helped us identify technical and operational vulnerabilities in current system. Third, we evaluated our finding against PDP law to assess its effectiveness and identify potential gaps. Then finally, we developed actionable recommendation for both platform developers and social media users.
Okay, now comes to result and discussion. But first, we'll talk about role of PDP law in preventing attacks. The Indonesian Personal Data Protection or PDP law requires that personal data controllers and processors to ensure the security and protection of personal data during processing. It talks in Article 35 and 39, specifically provide technical guidelines on the measures that controllers and processors must implement to secure personal data. On Article 35, it mandates that personal data controllers to implement a technical operational security measure to prevent unlawful data processing, and B, set security level based on data sensitivity and risk. Although the article does not provide explicit examples or detailed guidelines for technical and operational security measures, the implementation of security tools such as IPS or intrusion prevention system, web application firewall, and antivirus software can be considered part of these measures. These tools help safeguard personal data by addressing potential threats and mitigating risks associated with data breaches and unauthorized access. Next is Article 39. Article 39 of PDP law stipulates that personal data controllers have the following obligation. First, personal data controller obligate to prevent personal data access unauthorizedly. Two, prevention as intended in point one, carried out using security system reliably, safely, and responsibly. Third, prevention as intended in point two, carried out in accordance to regulatory and provision legislation. This article emphasized the responsibility of personal data controllers to establish and maintain a secure system to safeguard personal data. Such a system may include the use of security tools outlined in Article 35, such as IPS, WAF, and antivirus software, as well as the adoption of robust security policies and best practice. These measures collectively ensure compliance with regulatory requirement and enhance the protection of personal data. Like implementing, and the next one is implementing security system and operational technical measure according Article 35 and 39. To align with both articles in of PDP law framework, social media developers can adopt the following measures. First, implementing secure coding policy. Second, employee security awareness training. And the third one is implementing application whitelisting. The next one is implementing security tools that uh, talk in Article 35 before. Next is our conclusion. Conclusion. This research highlights the link between social media breaches and Indonesia's PDP law, revealing gaps in addressing platform-specific vulnerabilities. Stronger legal enforcement and technical measures such as secure coding and tools like WAF, IPS, and antivirus are essentials. Bridging these gaps will enhance data protection, reduce breaches, and build trust in Indonesia's digital ecosystem. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.